All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back again. Another Thursday workout with Megan. My name is Megan from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. For those of you that don't know me, we're going to work out today. Today's total body. We're going to do some core, some arms, back, a little bit chest, a little bit everything. If you are ambulatory, I highly recommend you do some of this standing. If you feel stable enough to do so. Otherwise, not a problem. Have a seat, but make sure it's a nice tall seat. If you're able to, we're going to try and sit off the back of our chair today. If you need the back of your chair, maybe you're in a power chair and you want to get a little taller posture, you can always get a yoga block and just place it right here in the middle of your back or the lower end of your back, and just sit yourself up a little higher, just so we can start using those postural muscles found in your upper back, and that will help us. The other option is if you have a very high level injury, possibly like spinal cord, you can just take your chair on a bit of an incline, and then that way we're not using so much of our neck to try and stay upright. And then we can take it out of that a little bit. You can still get some of the postural differences. Okay, oh, there's George this week. Hi, George. Linda's here. This is great. Okay, so for today, I'll just give you a few seconds to gather your equipment. So today is going to be with a dowel. If you don't have a dowel, you can use a cane. You can use, some people use like those big long umbrellas closed, of course. You can use a hockey stick, a paddle, like a dragon boat paddle, whatever you might have. That's gonna be one. K2 is going to be just one type of resistance. So I'm using a soup can or like an olive can. You can use a water bottle. If you do have dumbbells at home, I recommend like maybe a 2 or a 3 pound, depending on where you're at. Just one though, we only need one today. And then, and then you also, if you don't want to use weight too, and this is maybe day one, you don't need to use weight. You can just use body weight, okay? And then the third thing we're going to use today is a band. So TheraBands work best, but if you have a scrunchy band with handles, that's fine. I do recommend it to be not too tight though. So this is pretty light, so a lighter band. If you get like the same ones I do, typically I think this one's lighter than the red one. So you'd want to do the yellow over the red, probably. Okay. If you need grip help, try and just have like a loop in it. If you can, so that we can just loop it around your wrist if you need to. Okay, so I'll give you about 30 seconds to get those things. If you don't have a band, you can also use like tights or the yoga pants, something really stretchy, that will work too. Okay, and then we'll get started with our warm-up. Reminder for those of you that are new tuning in, you can always write your questions or comments in the chat box. I might not get to it right away, but I'll get to it as soon as we have a break from our movement together. And you can ask anything. You can also make it private so that just I see it, and I can always just answer you, and I don't have to say your name. If it's just, I can make it a general question, or you can just share it or any comments you may have. Okay, so we're gonna get started with warm up. Okay. So we're gonna start with just some neck stuff. So we're gonna start with the shoulders down. I want you nice and tall. Think of your collarbone being nice and long, and just really basic. We're just gonna turn our head to the side and then coming back to center. Okay, and then switch. And center, and switch. And center, good. And switch. And switch. And switch. Good, 4 more here. And 2, getting nice and tall, 3, and 4. And now we're gonna look up. So looking up, and then center, and now we're not gonna hang the head down, we're gonna tuck the chin. And center. So there's a really big difference between hanging your head forward and tucking the chin. Okay, we don't wanna hang the head forward because we're already doing that a lot with our phones. So we wanna try and tuck the chin so we can get a nice big stretch in the back and then actually work those muscles in the neck flexors, which they don't really get worked that much. Okay, 2 more here. Up. And again, up. Good. And now we're gonna come center. You're gonna tip an ear right down to your shoulder. And then up. Tip and up. Tip, good. Shoulders are relaxed, nice and tall. tip. Awesome. Last two here. 1 and 1 and 2 and 2. Just do one more because I ended on that side. Good. Okay, we're just going to do half circles. So just a half roll and then here, and then half roll here, half roll. So we're not doing a full roll, it's just half. Still thinking of tucking that chin down. Good. Okay, shoulder rolls coming forward, nice and big. 2, 3, and 6. Nice. 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. Good. And now reversing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't worry if you're going at my speed. Just keep moving until I cue the next movement. Because it might be a little too fast for some people, and maybe some of my movements are too slow. So you can work at your own tempo. Okay, now we bring one hand to the shoulder, and we're doing a big circle in the air with the elbow. So it's not really the shoulder we want to think of leading or initiating this movement, it's the elbow. So it's like we're painting a nice big circle in space. 8 and 10. Good. Switch. That's the beauty of doing these workouts online, where you just cue into what I'm doing. No one can see you, right? So there's no room for egos here. You can just do your thing. No one can see you, or not do your thing. You can just watch whatever you want to do. You can always revisit this later. It will be posted. And switching sides. Good. Coming forward. 1 and 4, 6, 8, 9. Good. And then reversing it. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. We're going to reach those arms straight out to the sides. Give yourself a nice big bear hug. One arm over the other. And then we're going to switch leading arm and rotate other side. Good. And here. Halfway. 8. Nice. 2 more. Okay, and then we reach up to the ceiling. If you can, go ahead and look at your fingertips and just get a nice big reach up to the ceiling and then down. So take note too, I'm not reaching over my head like this, I'm reaching up to the ceiling. So we're trying to get a nice big long line. Okay, and then switch. Reaching up and switch for 4 and switch. 5 and switch. 6, 7, 8. That's it. 9. One more. 10. Good. Okay, we're just going to take a hand, palm up, and I just want you to push and reach all the way across and then come down. Palm up. Try and really rotate that palm. For some of us, this might be hard to do, to keep that palm up. Okay, really rotate it. Up and rotate. Good. Really rotating that thumb back. Nice. This might feel like a really big stretch to some of you because we never really do this unless you actively take some yogas or maybe you do like improv dance. So really get that thumb to rotate out and away so we can get that nice big stretch. This can actually stretch through the nerves that run along through the shoulder if we get that. So if it feels a little different, that might be why. Okay, one more each side. Very nice. Good. Okay, we're gonna reach over our other shoulder. So opposite hand and try and tap over your shoulder blade to the shoulder blade. Okay, and then switch. And you can definitely use your other hand to rotate yourself. We're trying to twist that torso as best as you can. That's it. Okay, last 4 here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Nice. Cat cow. So we're gonna start, chin is gonna tuck. We're gonna roll down. If you're standing, I suggest just sitting for this one. So we're gonna concave the chest in, tuck the chin, and I want you to roll down like you're gonna look at your toes. Okay, nice round back. This is like the posture I would never want you to do otherwise. Okay, and then we're gonna roll up, and then you're gonna bring your hands, if you can, behind you, eyes to the sky, shoulder blades in your back pockets, heart to the ceiling. Okay, if you have any rods in your back, this might not be accessible to you. So just do what you can. It might even just be a neck, like a neck thing again, like a big neck tuck, coming all the way down. Otherwise, everybody's doing this. Come down, feel free to grab your legs and pull yourself to your thighs. Okay, slowly rolling up. Remember to go slow. And then eyes to the sky, heart to the ceiling, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Excellent. And again, rounding the spine all the way down. Coming on up. Excellent. Hands behind your head or behind your back. Eyes to the sky, heart to the ceiling. And very nice. Good. Okay, last thing with warm up, we're just going to get those wrists. Hand out. 1, 2, nice and big. 3. Notice how my arm isn't moving. So if I'm from the side, my arm isn't moving, my elbow is straight. 8, 9, and 10, and then other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Other side. And we go 1, 2. Doesn't matter which direction you start on, whatever works. You're just going to repeat the other way anyways. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And good. Rotating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. All right, so we're probably all started or all ready to get started, feeling pretty warm. So just to review, you're gonna need a dowel or some type of dowel-ish, cane, umbrella, hockey stick, whatever, okay? One type of weight, really not too heavy, pretty light. Okay, so I'm using just an olive can. It can be like a 2-pound weight, 3-pound weight. I know some of you have weights at home. For the rest, just a can would be fine, or no weight if you have any shoulder problems or an injury, or you're just getting started and you haven't done anything in a while, you can just do no weight. That's totally fine. Okay, and then the last thing we need is some type of band light. Okay, and we're actually going to start with the dowel today. So put the other stuff aside, dowel, get some water, and we'll start in about 20 seconds. Okay, today we're going to be doing circuits so that we can keep moving. Okay. Okay. All right. So if we're all ready, I want you to find your shoulder in between your shoulder blades. So you're going to put your hand, somehow tap between your shoulder blades at your back. So if you can't do this, you can try this way, or you can even do this and just tap in between. I just want you to get some kinesthetic awareness to that part of your back. Okay, so that's the part we want to think of squeezing together. So I like to use, as most of you know, I use a blueberry. I want you to picture a little blueberry back there in between your shoulder blades, and we're going to want to squish it. Okay, so we're going to do that with the dowel. So arms are out. Okay, if we can't do a full extension with the arms like this, because we fall forward, I recommend getting a chest strap to wear, or you can just start with your elbows slightly bent. Okay, otherwise, if it's accessible to you, we're gonna be here. Okay, you're gonna try and break the dowel across your chest, feel where that blueberry is between your shoulder blades, and then come back to center. Here we go, 12 today. Keep your chest tall, collarbone long, nice and easy. You can hold the squeeze at the back for a few seconds. Nice, 2 more here. 2, and bring it down. Good. From there, we're gonna do round the worlds. So peach under the chin, and we're gonna bring the arms up, right up above the head, and then all the way back down to where you started. Okay, control. I don't wanna see anyone throwing it up there. I want control the whole time. So slow isn't always not as challenging. In this sense, slow is gonna be more challenging. Okay, so get your control. This isn't to get your heart rate up. This is more controlling in those shoulder blades. I know I've done this in workouts in the past where we've gone a little quicker than this, but not today. We're gonna slow it down a little bit. Okay, you're over halfway. Trying to get it right above your head. Just take notice what happens with your chin when you lift your arms. Is it staying with the peach? Is it still here? If not, we need to fix that or focus on that. Okay, and again. Nice, 2 more here. And 2. And relax. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna set this aside for just a quick sec. And if you have a chest strap, take it off. And we're gonna try and find a flat back. I'm gonna angle this down slightly. So we wanna be flat back, hands on our thighs. I know you can't see my face, but we're just gonna look at what I'm doing in my torso right now. You're gonna come forward, chest lifted, and I want you to lean forward with a flat back. Okay, and then we're gonna tip back up. So if I'm in a chair and I'm facing sideways, I'm here, I'm sliding my hands along my knees, and I'm coming forward with a flat back. So notice how I'm not like this. That's the challenging part, up. Okay, this is stage 1. So if we need to, we're gonna use the hands, put weight in the hands, okay? And if some of you will find this challenging in your torso and your core. If that's easy, I'm gonna challenge you to put your hands on your hips and do it without your hands. Tip, and then straight back up. Tip, so we're finding a hip hinge. Some of you will find this familiar, like Sydney. We do this in your paddling. Okay, so we're finding that hip hinge. So it's up to you. If you wanna do hands, come forward, and then come up, or you can do no hands. Tip, just make sure that your collarbone is staying long and come back up, okay? So 12 of these. I'm gonna stay sideways just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Here we go. And tip, and come on up. Every time you come up, you're getting taller, and come on up, okay? And I highly recommend doing this seated as opposed to standing right now, okay? Based on everyone I can see joining in. And up, nice. 5. Okay, nice and smooth, nice and slow. Remember, if I'm going too fast, that's okay. You're just gonna keep moving. You don't need to be at my pace. 8, especially if you're using your hands. We might need a little more time to bring ourselves down and then walk ourselves back up, and that's okay. Okay, we have 2 more here together. 1, and 2, and up. Excellent. Okay, so that's our circuit of 3. So we're gonna go a little quicker from ABC now that we know them, okay? So the first one are scap squeezes with the dowel, and then we go up and over around the world, nice and controlled, and then we're gonna do our tips. Okay, that's our first circuit. We're starting in 20 seconds. Okay, and I'll try and move the angle when we get to the tip so that you can follow along, okay? All right, here we go. Arms out, find that area, picture that area or tap that area by your shoulder blades right in between. Okay, little blueberry there, we're gonna squish it for 12. Nice, 5. Make sure you're breathing, getting taller. That's it. 2 more here. 12 and awesome. Okay, dial down at your thighs. Here we go. Peach under the chin. Let's take it up and down. We're trying to get it right above the crown of the head. That's it. 3. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Good. Halfway. And this is 9. And 10. If you have feeling in the bottom of your feet, think of what's happening there. Can you feel the floor? Are we pushing into the floor? Are we stable? Okay, the more you can think of being grounded through your feet, the more stable and the more stability you're gonna have for your torso. And rest, okay? Good. Last thing here. Okay, so we're gonna do our tip. Just move this so you can see. So either you're using your hands or you're not. Okay, hands on the thigh, and we're gonna come forward. Tip, think of your collarbone staying really long, and then come on up. We wanna think of coming back up, leading with the nose. So we're leading with the nose, which gets us taller. So we don't round that back. So back is completely flat. And 5, this is called a hip hinge pattern. Okay. And 7, nice. So this requires a lot of really, really good, strong postural muscles to be activating, lots of core, especially the core musculature that's along the back, the spine. Okay. Last 4, which tends to get ignored if we're in a chair for most of the day, right? Doesn't matter if that's a wheelchair or a desk chair, a car chair, right? Doesn't matter. These can't work unless we're sitting tall. And relax. Excellent. Okay. Get yourself some water. We are doing a 3rd round on that today. So 20 seconds, and then we'll do one last round before we move on. Questions, comments, I really encourage you to write. This hour is for you. So if you do have any comments or you're not sure of something or you need help with something, by all means, I would love to help you. So feel free to write it in there, and I'll do my best to try and assist you. Okay? It can even be like something specific to you. It doesn't even matter. All right, getting ready. So here we go with the scap squeezes. If you want to find that spot again, otherwise if it's pretty warm and you think you're good, we can get started. Okay, here we go, palms are down, and 1. Okay, halfway. Last 2 here. And 2, and extend, good. Arms down, getting ready, around the worlds. Peach under the chin, here we go. Reaching up. Think of what your elbows are doing. If you can see yourself, I don't know if it's just me big or if you're able to see yourself at all, but check out your elbows. Are they even? Is one like this, right? Make sure they're both pretty straight. Good. 4 more here. And again. And 12, and excellent. Good. All right, we're done with the dowel for today. So we can put that aside, get some water, and then we're gonna go into 3 new exercises, new circuit, okay? So this next one, we're gonna be using your band, and we're gonna do the 3. So the first 3 had dowel, these 3 are gonna have the band, and then we'll get the rest out with the soup can, okay? So grab some water, and then I'll meet you here. Okay, and you might need to, for this one, we might need to wrap if you need some assistance with your grip, or if you've already created your little knot, I suggest just having this already on one arm, on one hand like this, getting ready, okay? So this is a bow and arrow, okay? Some of you have seen this before. So it's just like we're pulling a bow and arrow. So we're gonna be having our arms out, and the action is just here, kind of like Cupid. Okay, so notice when I do it, my elbow is staying high, so I'm not dropping down like this, right? It's like I'm brushing a table right across. Okay, so the band is in both hands, okay, and we're gonna have the arms out with each other. Okay, so once again, this is where if you need it wrapped, I would do that. Okay, you're gonna pull something, and it's like you're gonna smell the band. So I'm gonna pull the band and I'm gonna smell it. So you're pulling it really close to your nose and then back. Okay, and my palm is down. Oh, thank you, Karina, for spotlighting me. Okay, and forward. So pull and then back. Okay, and then we do the other side. Okay, so let's get started. Here we go for 12. So I want you to feel the arm that's pulling, feel that shoulder blade. Imagine it rolling on your back. It's rolling on your back and trying to meet the other one. Okay, and you're sniffing the band. Get it really close to your nose. Okay, this is 6. Remember, if you're not at my tempo, that's okay. Just keep moving. 7. Notice how my shoulders aren't where my ears are. They're low. Keep them low. This is 10. 2 more. And excellent. Okay, give that a little break, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, so I'm just rotating a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so other arm is up. Okay, we're holding that band right in line. It's like we're wiping a table. Okay, 3, 2, and here we go. Sniffing that band, keeping it really close to your nose. So my hand here, this doesn't even leave my ear. It's like right at my ear. If you want to do this standing, if you're ambulatory, you can do this one standing. Don't worry, you'll get another round. Okay, this is 10. Good. 2 more. How are those shoulders? Last one. And relax. Excellent. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do a pull apart. So palms are up. Okay. And I want you to think of the elbows staying relatively close to your ribs. So I don't want to see them out. We're going to have them in, palms are up, and it's like you're hitchhiking out and away. And we're going to break the band, try and pull it apart, and then back in. Okay, so the closer my hands are, the more challenging it's going to be. So start a little wider. Okay, and then the collarbone, we want to keep it really long. So it gets longer as we pull and then back in. Okay, and we're thinking of those same shoulder blade squeezes behind your back. Okay, this is 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. This is 10. Good, 2 more. 11. and 12, and rest. Awesome. Okay, put this aside for a second. Chair dips. So this variation doesn't work for everyone. If you don't have a wheelchair or a chair without armrests, it probably won't work. Like when I do it, it's going to look a little different. I know Linda, I gave you an alternative for this. If anybody has an alternative to this, go for it. Otherwise, hands are going to be here, okay, or on the rims of your chair. Watch that we don't let the elbows wing out too much, okay? I know it's hard for some of you that don't have all your triceps, but try and get those shoulders back as best as you can. Sorry, elbows. Okay, and we're going to lift up. Try and lift up out of your seat and then down. Okay, for 12. 2, nice and smooth, nice and slow. 3, it doesn't even need to be high. We're just lifting up a little bit to give those triceps a little fire. 4. And 5, that's it. 6, halfway. And 7. And 8. And 9, good. This is 10, let's do 2 more here. And up, and relax, excellent. Okay, take a little break. That one's a little longer because we have our bow and arrow, which has 2 sides. So it's one side bow and arrow, one side bow and arrow, external rotations with the band, and then dips, okay? Take about 30 seconds, and then we're doing that again. If you don't have an alternative to the tricep, excuse me, and you're ambulatory, feel free to do like a sit to stand, which is something that we might have done before, or any other exercise that you want to add in. You could be angels, right? It can be something else. It doesn't need to be a tricep. This one's just a really good one for anybody that is sitting in a chair, so we can get those triceps working, okay? Or you can take the break and just do a superset. Okay, getting ready, here we go. So starting at our bow and arrow, so nice tabletop, okay? Brushing that tabletop, here we go. For 12 reps. If you need to follow along with me in this, that's fine. Otherwise, I'd like you to just gaze over your hand that's holding the front of the bow, okay? So the one that's not moving. Okay, almost there. And 4, and excellent. Okay, switching sides. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Nine, good. This is 10, 2 more. And 12, and release it. Excellent. Okay, getting ready for your external shoulder rotations. Okay, and just a reminder for those of you that are insiders, all of these exercises are on Ocean Insider Club. So you can always go back to any of these. If you want detailed answers about form, there's a description and a video with tips on each one. Okay, here we go. In case you ever want to go and do these incorporate these into your own workouts. Some of those tip videos are really helpful. Because here I'm just demonstrating, but I'm not able to give as many specific tips because we're doing an entire workout. I want to get to everything. And squeeze, good. Really feel those shoulder blades. That's it. We have 2 more here together. And relax. Awesome. Okay, so now we're doing our dips. Put this aside. Okay, coming in, ready, dip or alternative. Here we go. And up, and then elbows, try and keep them back. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. That's it, breathing. 8. Okay, 4 more here. 2, and 3, and 4, and relax. Awesome, shake out those arms. Okay, we have one more round to go. So take a break and then all of this one more time. I hope everyone's doing okay. No one's left yet. That's excellent. Hopefully some of you are finding any alternatives that you might be using. Otherwise, explore these new movements if they're new to you. Okay. All right. Getting ready. Okay, so bow and arrow. I'm going to start on the opposite side for my last set. It's up to you. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pulling across that table. Wiping that table clean, smelling the band. Okay, this is halfway. And last 2 here. And rest. Excellent. Other side. Getting set up in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Feeling that shoulder blade going along your back, sliding nice and smooth with your movement. We always want to be controlled, okay, with stuff like this, especially band work. We never want to just throw our movements away with band work. We always want to be smooth, nice and controlled. Last one here. And relax. Excellent. Okay, setting up for your external shoulder rotations. Coming in, elbows are in, palms are up, hitchhike those thumbs. Here we go. And squeeze the shoulder blades and come back to center. Squeeze. Okay, if it's too loose, you can always move your hands in closer. Make it a little more challenging. Okay, and if I'm going too fast, once again, this is recorded, so you can always go back and press pause and redo this workout. 9, 10, 11, good. And that's your 12, excellent. Okay, last time with your dips. I almost forgot what the third one was. You can put your band away. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And we lift and down. Or your alternative if this isn't accessible to you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. 7, 8. 4 more. 9, 10, and last 2 here. 1 and 2. Relax. Good. Okay. Whew, I don't know about you, but I feel my shoulders back in the shoulder blades. Awesome. Okay, get some water. You can put your band away, dowel away, and now we are going to use your soup can for our last, not really a circuit. We're going to actually do some complex movements. So just combinations. We're going to combine a couple of movements together to make one. So a little more taxing. So get yourself ready. Just one soup can today. We're not going to do two. Okay. See, Karina, anybody from Facebook watching? Get a check in here. All right. Thank you. Okay, so if you typically stand, go ahead and stand for this one. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting tall. We're going to be combining a bicep curl with an overhead press. Okay, so we just did a bunch of back posterior chain work, shoulder blades, a little bit of the pulling. Now we're going to do a little bit more of the pressing actions. Okay, so we're only doing one arm at a time for a reason. I really want us to focus on what we're doing and hone in on the form. If we do both hands at the same time, sometimes we can lose that technicality, especially if we find that we have different sides. So if you have a spinal cord injury or MS or even something like a spina bifida, you will typically have more strength or more affected. You're affected more on one side with a lack of strength or motor or sensory. So we want to make sure that we're working to each side to its full potential. So there's nothing wrong with separating your sides, and that's with anything. I highly recommend it. Rowing, pressing, pushing, anything. I really recommend just taking it one side at a time so that you can really focus in on that side and what that side needs, okay? So we're gonna do bicep curls. So you can't see, but I'm just holding with my fingernails up. My elbow is in at my ribs. If you need support with your other hand, go ahead and hold on to the rim of your chair or whatever. Otherwise, it's just down, nice and tall. We're gonna fingernail here, okay? And then you're gonna turn and flip the palm forward and press over the head. Then you're gonna bring it right back to where you were. So we come down, fingernails to armpits, and then down. So this one's a little bit of it can be challenging because I'm flipping all the time. So we flip, fingernails to armpits, flip them right away, up, okay? And then flip again, fingernails back here, and then down. So just so you can see overhead what I'm doing. So I'm here, fingernails to armpits, and then I flip, and then when I press overhead, my palms are facing you. And then I flip back here, just move for you guys, and then down, okay? Let's keep going on that side. This will be 2. Press up, down, and then down. Good, this is 3. Up, down, and yes, we're doing 12. Up, flip, down, good. And again, pull, press, that's it. And pull, press. Okay, you're halfway here. And down, and pull, up, and pull, and pull. Last 3 all together. 1, and 2. Last one, 3, and down. Beautiful. Okay, other side. So exact same thing. Okay, don't be judgy with yourself. If one side feels really awesome and the other side not so much, it's okay. Okay, just be kind to yourself. The 2 sides will be probably very different. Okay, here we go. Pulling in, rotate, press, bringing it back, fingernails to armpits, and then down. Okay, here, fingernails to armpits. Notice how I'm not out here, right? I shouldn't be able to see your shoulder. And then flip, and down. Good. Up, flip, and down. And again, up, flip, and down. This is 4, flip, and down, 5, flip, and down, pull and up. You're halfway. 7. And this is 8. And 9. And 10. Good. We have 2 more here. 1 and 2, up and down. Excellent. Okay, take a little break, and then we're going right back to the other side, and we're doing that one more time each side. Okay, not too long of a rest, because this side already got a break while I was doing this side. Okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and your original side. Fingernails to armpits, flip, and down. Good. Halfway. Make sure you're breathing. Usually that's the first thing to go, which is crazy because we need it. But the body thinks it's useful to hold our breath when something gets hard. That's it. 4 more. Two and 3. Last 1, 4. I didn't say this before, but you can also do this without weight, right? If maybe you don't have a way of gripping something at home, or if if you're just, sometimes spasticity, the opposing muscles have spasticity, and just doing this alone is hard. So you don't need to hold anything with this either. Okay, I should have said that at the beginning. Okay, here we go, other side. And 1. Last time, you guys. 3. And 4. 5. 6. That's it. 7. Over halfway here. Keep going. Breathing. 8. Feel those shoulders. Feel that bicep maybe. Keep going. Even if you're not at my pace, just keep moving. 3 more. And last 1 here. And excellent. And down. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to end today's workout with just a bit of a stretch for the traps because these can get kind of tight. So we're going to tuck the chin, grab a $100 bill. So make a big, sexy double chin and hold. Okay, 30 seconds here. I have you on a timer. You might be even feeling this up by the occipitals at the base of the skull, even going down your spine. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Okay, and we'll do 1 more. Tuck the chin, and we're going to look down at your armpit. 30 seconds. If you need more, you can take the same arm and just push the chin down into your armpit more. Gently. Okay, otherwise you're just holding without your hand. Getting nice and tall. Okay, slowly release that. Okay, move your neck nice and slow in between. And other side for the last time. Tuck your chin, looking down. And you're on the clock, adding that hand if you need it. And 3, 2, and slowly come up. Excellent. All right, that concludes today's workout.